Panning for gold in his aleph bait. Words come from words that come from words. In the Hebrew aleph bait, we have the letter Pei that is correlated with our English letter P, or sometimes PH, the F sound. The iconography of the letter Pei is representative of an open mouth. In this video, we will look at a closer look at words and concepts that utilize the letter Pei, specifically focusing on the face. The face is where the Pei is, where the mouth is located. We use our mouths to consume and to devour. We use our mouths to speak words. Words typically have a positive or negative connotation associated with them, gendering either life or death. The Bible makes mention of a specific type of king called a pharaoh, in the English rendering with a phonetic PH sound, F, like phonetic or telephone. Or if you want to speak large with your mouth amplified, you use a megaphone. If you want to listen to a record, the voice comes out of the phonograph, the record player. Pharaoh, spelled Pei Resh Ayin He in Hebrew, is the Egyptian king and is the head of his country. He's the king. Kings use their mouths to spout decrees and make the rules of the land. Historically, it's said that he is to be a junior god, or the son of Ra, the son of God in their culture, who mediates for the gods on behalf of the people and is often depicted with a snake on his head. It says this in Britannica that the Egyptians believed their pharaoh to be the mediator between the gods and the world of men. After his death, Pharaoh became divine, identified with Osiris, the father of Horus and god of the dead. Sounds somewhat familiar. In the Hebrew Bible, the root word for face is paneh, pei nun. Typically, we write down our thoughts in the form of words using a pen, P-N, P-E-N. The Hebrew nun looks like a lightning bolt, or like a seed, or like a fish. Or can also be understood as to how a snake twists and winds back and forth, like a river. Out of the face or out of the mouth comes the seed, the nun, the spoken word, the word made flesh. The seed is planted and grows. The plural form of paneh is paneim, with the added mem, which is representative of waters, things that flow, a mother, a womb. So we see from the face, the seed, the word, comes out of the mouth, out of the waters, where the seed goes through gestation, and the waters break, and the child descends to earth as a baby. Babies speak gibberish, they babble, unable to speak coherently. Genesis 1:2, it says, darkness was on the face, paneh, of the deep. Numbers 5:25, Yahweh makes his face to shine upon you, on the Aaronic benediction, the blessing. Exodus 33:11, Yahweh spoke unto Moshe face to face, as a man speaks to his friend. The face of Yahweh is an anthropomorphic expression often used throughout the scriptures to represent being in the presence of the Almighty, to be before his face. The face of something is its front. It's what's before you. It's the surface. Exodus 23, you shall have no other Elohiym before, paneh, me. You shall not make unto you any graven images or any likeness of anything that is in the heavens above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. The word for graven image is pesel. It's an idol. It's an image. The first commandment states that we are to have no Elohim before Yahweh, or in the face of, or give a face to the Great Spirit, the Ruach. We are not to make a graven image of his likeness or reduce him to the likeness of mankind or any creation of his that is above in the heavens or below in the earth or in the waters. The Hebrew word for graven image, pesel, pe, samek, lamed, idols are predominantly portrayed throughout Scripture as being dumb and unable to speak. This idea of the face is paneh is prevalent in our culture, and we get the ideas and these concepts from a variety of usages of the word. The Greek god Pan in ancient religion mythology is represented as a shepherd of the flocks. It says that he has the hindquarters or the legs or horns of a goat in the same manner as a fawn or a satyr. And it just so happens that Pan plays the pan flute. Incidentally, Michelangelo sculpted Moses as having horns on his head, like that of a goat. It's understood that this idea came from Exodus 34:29, where it says the face, the panaim of Moshe shone or shined. The word shone in Hebrew is karan, meaning horned, like a bull with horns. It has power and authority, kind of like the aleph, the ox, that leads. In our modern day, we have Peter Pan. We also have Peter Pan peanut butter, starting off the kids at a young age. You take peanut butter, you spread peanut butter onto bread. The peanut butter covers the surface of the bread. The Japanese word for bread is pan. We use a pan, which is a flat circle, to make bread or pancakes. Bread is eaten all across the entire earth. Some people like to eat bread at Pan Era with their many choices of bread. Era is a long and distinct period of history with a particular feature or characteristic. Sometimes life can be like living in a frying pan. We are living in a pan era where we have to watch out for things like pandemics. Pandemics spread like peanut butter across the face of the earth. Demic is a population, a group of people. For example, you could take the Pan-American Highway and drive south to a popular destination if you wanted to go to Panama. Panama means the abundance of fish and trees. The Hebrew word for nation or people group is Am, Aleph, Mem. The country Panama graphically connects the northern and southern Americas. It just so happens that this country itself also looks like a noon. And then there's Pangea, Gaia coming from Gaia, which is conveyed to us as the mother or the personification of earth. Many believe that all the continents were once together as one landmass before the land was divided. Genesis 10:25 it says, "And unto Aber were born two sons, the name of one Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan." So it's recorded that the Eretz, the land, was divided in the days of Peleg, Pe, Lamed, Gimel. Lamed, like the shepherd's staff corralling sheep, and Gimel, like a foot or a camel walking and roaming about. In chapter 10, verse 32, it says that all the nations were divided from the families of Noah after the flood. So we can see the prevalence of the Pe and the Panaim throughout our existence. The face of Yahweh is spread across the earth. We are not to have any other gods before his face on this earth, but we are to seek his face, his pay, his letters, his words that he uses in his Aleph Beit, because they do not return to him void, but will go out amongst the nations, and cause to grow into a more abundant life. We are to pan for the gold, for the treasures of his word, to get a full view, a panoramic view of what all he has in store for us in his word. Thank you for watching. If you have any relatable pay or pan words, I would love to hear them from you. Please share in the comments below. Shalom.